This is Don Prue with Martial Arts Group. First off, I want to apologize for the terrible quality of this audio. Today, I am sitting on the edge of my driveway up by my garage. It's my new office. Nice day out, but boy, is this just a disastrous situation we're all in. We're going along, we're fighting, to keep our heads above water. We're doing it, and wham, slapped around by this virus, and all of a sudden life's, going to be super hard for all of us. So we're all in the same boat. I know none of my schools are signing anybody. And although we're making good contact through, video and video chats and such with our students, which I might talk at the end of this video a little bit about, because we're doing good with connecting and keeping our current students, which is really important for what you do. But today I want to, in this video, I'm going to talk about the SBA disaster relief loan, and I'm also going to talk to you about a new thing that's out there. It's called the Payroll Protection Program. It's not a loan, but you can get some money out of it. So if you've had a payroll in the last 12 months, so you can do that if you have payroll. If not, you want to look into some of the regular SBA, and they have a special COVID-19 disaster relief loan, or whatever it's called. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, at the bottom of this in the description, I'm going to put in some links to the SBA, and I'm also going to link to the YouTube videos of this guy. I looked thousands of hours on this trying to figure out what the heck all this was. But this guy does a pretty good job of explaining in an entertaining-ish kind of way. You can get the difference between the Paycheck Protection Program, or we'll call it PPP, and it's hard to remember that name, versus a SBA disaster relief thing. And there's also another one part of the SBA thing that you can sign up for an emergency quick $10,000. And I don't know how hard these are going to be to get, but I just know that we need to look into them, and we need to do what's best for ourselves. So I'm not an accountant, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a CPA, I'm a martial arts instructor just like you guys. I happen to do the martial arts insurance for you also, but I'm basically a martial arts instructor like you. So I'm not qualified, but I have looked up and researched a bunch of people. The video guys, he's a CPA that you can look at, and you want to maybe check with your own CPA or your own bankers that can help you. So first off, I'm going to talk about the SBA disaster loan. Okay, now that looks to me, because I've filled out SBA loan work before, it looks like a normal application for an SBA loan from what I can see, but I think it's going to be processed a little faster, maybe a little more lenient on the work. So now that is a loan that you'll take out at a low percentage, that's through a SBA banker that is backed by the government at a low percentage rate. Okay, so I'm going to put in a link to the SBA disaster program, so you can look through it. It's a lot of information on there, and you can see if that fits for you. But what's new, and this was in the last Thursday's bill, the CARES Act, and it's the PPP. And the PPP is basically, if you've had a payroll, they take your payroll, insurance if you're paying any, and a couple other things, and they add that up, and they give you 2.5 times your monthly average. So let's just say you get it's not a loan per se, but let's call it a loan. You get the loan, and they give you, like, say, $30,000. So now, if you spend between February 15th and the end of June, so don't quote me. I got the lawnmower guys going down here. This is terrible to do business this way, but I just wanted to get you guys out this information as fast as I can. But anyways, so if you spend between February 15th and June 30th on anything that's payroll, insurance, mortgage, utilities, a lot of the fixed costs that you have in your program, if you spend it and you spend all $30,000 of that money, you will get a grant. They will grant that money to you. You will not have to pay it back. If for some reason you get the $30,000, you don't spend it on all the qualifying, and you only spend, say, $20,000 on qualified expenses, well, then that remaining 10 would convert into, I think it's 10 years loan at 4%. So either way, it's a good thing. So, or at least it works out good for what I'm going to be doing. So you have to check and see how it plays with you. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down those videos, and at least gives you the idea that you can look at some of his videos. He explains some of his earlier videos. Go back to last week when he first starts talking about this. He explains the differences between the SBA and the PPP program. So that'll help you, and at least gives you a basis to start looking for help. I know I'm going to be. This is terrible. And I talk to my banker like every day, and so far they don't have all the guidelines from the SBA on the PPP, but he thinks that he'll be able to start doing something Thursday morning already, and today is Tuesday, so in 2 days from now I'm going to put this out. Hopefully I can figure out how to put this into a way that you guys can get it. I'm on some recording program that I don't even use. All my stuff is at my main office and not the garage office. So but I wanted to get that to you, and so I'll put that information in the description below. So click on some of the links, do some investigating. We have to, if we can get through the next couple of months, I think that we're going to get back to businesses as usual soon enough. So I'm crossing my fingers just like you. So what I'm going to do is talk about how we're staying in contact with our students, okay, with some of the schools. I got, schools, they all don't do the exact same thing, but they're all having kind of the ones that are doing some of these things are having some pretty good results on keeping the people paying their memberships that they already had, and keeping in good contact. So they're using video chat, Skype, Zoom, whatever, which one works for you. They just have the other student on the line. Get on there, and they're scheduling times just to get with them. They ask how their family's doing, what's going on, and then they put up basically some do more, but at least 2 classes a week for them basically to do their martial arts in place, because a lot of these people are going to be doing it in their living rooms or whatever, that don't have the room to do much. So remember that, 2 steps forward, 1, 2, backwards, 1, 2, attack from the side, get creative and just give them something to do, and then so we're staying in contact. So we're giving them a couple things. Another thing that's been working out is we do family time exercising. So now we're trying to say, hey, you're stuck inside, let's get mom, dad, and the kids all together, and we do basic exercising and stretching and stuff like that, trying to get them. And who knows, we're looking to maybe get maybe some of the moms or dads excited about this for when we open our doors again, they'll be able to come back in. So we're having good success with those kind of things. And another thing, what I've done is I put out I did some videos on Arcadas forums, whatever you want to call them, and I'm giving them to my belts as a way that they can learn the next kata for their next belt. So they're getting super excited about that. You know, they have to learn it online, and obviously I'm going to have to go and fix them when they get back. But everybody, I've been getting great feedback on that. Thank you. So it gives them something to do. They're staying in tune. They see that you're connecting. They see that you're trying. We're explaining that we're really hurting. We really appreciate them as students, and we really appreciate them to continue to pay. So I've had some guys saying, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to get them used to online training. Well, that's good. That might work for them. But to us, we want to stay in the proverbial face of every student as much as we can. Hey, we're still here. We're still doing it. We're still giving you service. We also put on some sales of products, but we're geared for that. That's harder to do because you got to get to the products and you got to ship them. So, but we were geared to do that. So, but anyway, so stay in contact with your students and get on these government aid programs, loans, whatever you want to call them. And also check with your own accountant or really analyze it yourself and see how this best fits you. Because what works for one doesn't work for everybody. So you need to do your due diligence and, do the best you can. So I am so incredibly sorry that all this crap has happened to us. It's just unbelievable. It's so surreal. I'm sitting outside. It's like perfect day outside, nice breeze, and I'm looking. Oh my God! And it's like no cars are going by. Once in a while you see a single person walking down. But I don't have to tell you guys and gals. We're all going through the same crap. So, all right, love you guys and gals, and hoping for all the best for you. But the martial arts group insurance is always here for you. I'm been doing martial arts schools for since the 80s, so we have a lot of experience with schools, and we're always trying to help you. And we have some good successes with our schools, so hopefully we can translate some of this experience and specialties to you. So, and for God's sake, remember this, that I had one of our students, one of our schools, how dare you to try to tell these schools to have insurance at, when they're only teaching at home video? How are they going to get sued? Well, let me tell you this, that somebody is going to get sued, and they will. And even if they win, which they probably will, if they didn't have the insurance, it still could cost them tens of thousands of dollars. So, this guy was way off base. I'm only advising that you do that. As the insurance goes, I have to suggest that. That's my job. So I suggest that you keep it. But if you don't, that's up to you. But I just want to say I have your best interest at heart. So, as always, good luck and good fortune to your school. Don Prue, Martial Arts Group.